Boulevard of Broken Keys. That was my little addition to year one back in the day. Feisty is about to have a four-man collapse on his head, and that is not a great space for Atelier, so we're starting off strong. He doesn't flash. He's a bolder man than I.
Yeah, with 4 into 1 there, 3 obviously following up. He just walks it off. Saint potentially not done, maybe trying to prevent this recall, but yeah, holding nerves of steel, keeps that flash is fantastic. But ML not done.
That's an Ignite-inspired flash is out, and sure, Vi at level 1 is not anywhere near the champion that a Nocturne is, but turns out the Camille can be. Isn't in lane though.
Yeah, but 2v1 gets the Ignite, but importantly, Inspired now, no flash. That's really going to hamper his engaged potential, his ability to gank around the Rift. So it might be a bit of a slower start coming out of him. He might want to keep farming until he hits that level 6 Paranoia. So these early plays pay dividends 5 minutes down the road. We do see some bot side skirmishing and a couple of wards here and there, but in the early game, wards are just to get an understanding of where the jungle is.
Isles went to try and buffer through that hook shot, doesn't quite get it, has to flash, and Ackerman gets first blood. Defends his jungle, turns up bot, level 1, doesn't matter, and Isles gets mind-gamed. He tries to pulverize the hook shot, fails it, dies.
So hook shot goes in again from Ackerman there, but Ackerman on this Camille, we've been saying you got those nodes, he's in great form again, and he's already showing it here. That mid lane sort of jungle presence goes straight to bot, has immediate impact as a skirmish breaks out in the mid lane here.
Saint not having a lot of fun there again, has just come off a phenomenal MSI showing. Took down G2, was half a game away from taking out HLE in the lower bracket. However, that gets a bit spicy. Out comes the exhaust. Dokla in danger. And again, one of the problems that Jace runs into is eventually the DPS check goes Vane's way.
Eventually, it's happening now. Take the initiative, turn this 2v3 around, maybe get something back. But unfortunately, just not able to get it done here as we go back to this first Zest v Dokla. And Dokla's dead.
It's a 1-for-1. The burn from the Cassiopeia with the Deathfire touch and the poison means that Berserker can't get the kill clean. Both blow flash, both die.
Yeah, really well played here, but MIBR, they find themselves up at 4-1. 1.5k gold lead at nearly 5 minutes. 5 kills a minute. I feel like I'm back home in the LCP. It's an absolute bloodbath, and I am here for it as we go back to check this one out. Oh, the satchel knocked Dudu under the turret to get the damage, and as you said, the damage over time takes Berserker out.
And I think actually, because Dudu said LYON were and are a team very capable of dropping some kills in the early game. Dudu just hit level 6, and maybe I'll have to hold on my wider points as Berserker's able to get on out there as the Petrifying Gaze. It's only really a slow, not full petrification. Look at all these Raptors. Ackerman here in a 1 versus 2 as a support. This is a very bold Camille. He's going in. What are we doing, Ackerman? Curse is here. Out comes the Gravity Field. Zest nearly down as well. The final hour is on, and in comes the Vault Breaker and the cease and desist, and Zest makes it the 1-for-1 right now. They're looking for a lot more than that. A double kill to the Vane. She's killing more than demons today.
Look, Ackerman went in, but Ackerman knew the team would show up. MIBR lost turn that one around.
Saint just got hit by the seismic shove, and now Curse gets in with the Vault Breaker. It's going to have to be the flash from Saint. And look, I was about to say LYON have been able to come back from significant deficits. They got a game win against HLE from 7k down, but you still don't want to see this. Ackerman, you think it's too far. He makes it work just about.
Yeah, so Ackerman goes into that 1v2, but he knows that the rest of MIBR are around. That Talia Weaver's Wall gets you there so fast. And another note, Paranoia goes out from Inspired to try and stifle the play here, but it just was not enough. MIBR 7.5 minutes in, 2k up. They are currently running the Rift. We need to see something come out of LYON. LYON Stokler trying to bait Zest. Zest aggressing forward though. Isles, the lack of information, not seeing him, MIBR knew something was up because he tried that play before and it did not work out. But MIBR, they're collapsing again. They're everywhere on the Rift and they do not want to let LYON get anything.
Final hours, Curse gets knocked up, not quite knocked down. The Gravity Field is out. Isles has to flash away, and Spy getting a lot of damage. The Mega Inferno Bomb leaves Curse dead in the water. Saint keeps rolling. The Arcane Storm is out, and that will give LYON the grubs.
Yeah, TP committed from Dokla there as well. They see him coming over the top. They were already on the retreat, but any hopes of getting something back snuffed out by that extra TP on the backside of things. So Inspired here, getting onto those grubs, trying to secure that jungle objective for themselves. Next Drake up in 2 minutes time here, so they could side jungle of LYON. They keep doing this. They keep wanting to protect their bot side, right? They do not want Inspired in the area, let rip with that paranoia, and take down whomsoever is in the bot side for MIBR. As we do see Curse.
Ooh, that's a long way in. They get a lot of damage. Ackerman buys a bit of time. He'll have a Hextech ultimate and buy a bit of spell on the other side. Good damage. The Vault Breaker, the Petrifying Gaze. Curse left low. Saint goes down and Curse divides. Isles with a Hemper towards Berserker, but it's a little too far. They flash on in. Zest is keeping on rolling. The Silverbird fly, and Berserker looks a little too calm, just not angry enough this time.
The double flash committed over the back of the Drake pit to make sure they secured Berserker there as well. TP ripped immediately.
Hang on.
MIBR were all in.
Zest has got the final out. The exhaust came on down. Dokla drops out of vision. Needs to hit this shot blast, and we have ourselves a very different invade. Flashes in. Doesn't get it. Nice to the turret shot. Dokla looking a little smaller than usual.
Zest was ready for that play. You saw how fast he reacted when Dokla turned around and wanted more. But let's go back to this red buff fight. Isles hiding in the bush. Ackerman knows what's up, goes in, drops the ward, and Inspired immediately rips that paranoia. But look how fast MIBR collapse. TP straight away. Dudu and Curse keep the mid laner out. They keep Berserker out, so they cannot damage and contribute to this fight, while the rest of MIBR just run LYON down. There's nothing that it feels like LYON could have done here.
And again,
feels like one of the most cohesive teams I have seen so far today. They're just collapsing. They're just together. It's never one of them.
And the irony is, of course, that we saw that on the other side, where they lost a 5v3 to HLE.
Yeah.
Like, it's night and day, and right now LYON find themselves in a tricky position. Again, it's still only 2,000 gold different, and LYON have been more than capable of coming back from deficits over the last while.
But importantly, MIBR were up 2k. LYON started to claw that gold lead back, and MIBR are now back up to 2.6k. So they've come back. As we see this fight again, Dokla versus Zest. Zest with the exhaust, right? Vayne with exhaust is so oppressive, and here, Zest immediately condemns, pushes Dokla away so he cannot melee Zest to death, dies to turret damage. Like you called, I genuinely expected a shock blast to come through.
Incredibly obnoxious between Jace and Ziggs and Death Rays from a Victor as well. The problem is, I don't think side lanes are ever winnable. Like, theoretically, the Nocturne is a real problem for the Vayne.
Yeah.
If the Vayne is 6-0, that's a different question, right?
We do take a look at those damage charts, though, and look, Berserker putting in the work, but look at the top 5.
Yeah.
4 of them are MIBR. They are putting in the work. They are doing the damage. But I wanted to call out, Ackerman actually took a recall to refresh those wards and is now out there. Oh, Inspired goes in.
The Vayne might be able to win a 1v2. The Talia is a different matter entirely, and a good shutdown going the way of Saint.
Lead in the world, and it is all on Zest, which tells me, oh
boy. Good stopwatch. The arm guard broken. The fight is good. The TP's gone flying. Flash away. This might be it for LYON. Zest been left low. Needs to keep rolling away. The Magma Inferno lands on very little. Feisty low, but not down. And LYON so close, but unable to find what they're looking for. Ackerman back in with the hook shot. Stun, though, on the other side. Dudu left alone in the 1 versus 4. And the Cassiopeia, well, she snakeskin boots.
What a fight. That was massive. The moment that fight engaged, 4 TPs were ripped.
Time when we saw, hey, MIBR, you don't have that many flashes. You just burned flash on quite a number of people. Wait. We go again. The turret falls, and LYON's mid laner joins his structure. Now Isles heals, tries to run away. There is a minefield put down, and the Alistair survives, but you get the kill.
What a phenomenal punish, right? Saint walked up earlier and he's like, I'm going to bait you, I'll crack my stopwatch. But MIBR knows you don't have a stopwatch, so we're going to go you again. They get the numbers advantage and they turn it into the Baron, which is what we were just talking about. LYON knows what's up, they're coming in.
They jump on in with Inspired with the Paranoia, but they survive now. The turnaround plays are at Isles. Looks like Atlantis, he's sinking, goes down, picks that one up. They do pick up Feisty at the very least. It's the 1-for-1 of the Baron, stays up for now.
All importantly, Zest.
Dudu goes in, gets some Twin Fangs, and Ackerman is the one who ends up securing the kill onto Dokla. But again, it's MIBR coming out with more.
That's it, and that's the story of this game. MIBR is just coming out with more every single time. Best chance to get the soul, and obviously without vision, LYON won't be able to do much as we go into this replay around the Baron. They started chipping away at PEYZ. Inspired goes in. Immediate turn from MIBR. They're like, abandon the Baron, win the team fight, and win it convincingly they do. Dudu on this Cassiopeia knows his limits. He knows he's faster than Dokla as well. Dokla does an amazing amount of damage, but you're not in a 1v1. You're in a 1v3, mate.
We're back to live, and Dragon's here. This will be Soul again for MIBR. This has to be a one smite fight by Inspired. Look at Ackerman on a flank angle. Berserker potentially at risk. Someone the bush with Isle goes in, the paranoia is propped, the lights go down, they look for the Mega Inferno bomb, and the damage is good, but the turnaround is potentially better. So he do say that Jogger, the other side Dokes goes down as well. Dragon secured by LYON, but they're trapped in the pit by the Weaver's Wall, and this fight gets spicy. Feisty throwing up the threaded volleys. Dudu also looking for an angle, Rocket belts in, looks to try and get off the gravity field. Inspired with the unspeakable horror. 8th the match of the Twin Fangs. Ackerman with the Hextech ultimatum. Saint throws down another one of those Qs, trying to find some siphon powers, and MIBR have to start backing away. They lose the Dragon, but get more kills.
Yeah, they lose that Dragon, so it's another 5 minutes as we reach the half an hour mark. We're at 29 kills in 30 minutes, nearly 1 kill a minute.
Isles tries to buffer his way through. Good buffer there with the unbreakable will. The body, again, I'll say it, a little more breakable. Curse gets chunked, but not taken too low. Baron still up, and MIBR might be looking for it. The reset on Vision. Saints in danger. Hookshot wide. Now Ackerman might be a little deep. The paranoia is blocked. Ackerman flashes away, but that might mean that Inspired's gone quite deep as well. The double flick back with the seismic shove. Curse with the Vault Breaker. The cease and desist is a little deep himself. There's no damage from MIBR. And LYON get away with it. Ackerman doesn't go over the wall. Dudu now here. The petrifying gaze comes on down. Gets Satchel back towards the Jace. Is trading out, but he's in a 1v4. Flashes over the wall.
What an extended fight. So many engages, disengages, and re-engages here as MIBR make their escape out of the jungle of LYON. Dokla there critically stayed out of vision, so they weren't able to finish him off. So I really did like that heads-up play. But LYON, they have the advantage in health bars right now, and they're turning this into some mid-lane pressure. There it goes. Ziggs, the number one destroyer of turrets in League of Legends.
He's got a Medjay. He's got a 6-page Medjay because Berserker is feeling it. Saint as well, the Hex core is fully stacked. He's at 3.5 items himself, and it just begins to feel like MIBR, for all the early game successes, are struggling to find that.
Will be the fight, I feel, that makes or breaks this game here. Initializers, they're contesting a little bit of poke damage. Talia having to respect the potential from Dokla, and they've started up the Baron.
LYON got pushed by FURIA at MSI. The first 2 games were late game team fights that decided them. Here against MIBR, there's some similarities there. The Weaver's Wall comes down and denies LYON any ingress at all, and that's very simply done.
I'm almost confused as to why LYON stayed in the middle when they knew that the Baron had been started. They should have made a sprint to that Drake, whereas now it feels like MIBR can actually contest this Drake take. LYON, though, they're in the bushes. They're making sure that MIBR don't have an easy access, and they're giving it over.
They're just going to run straight down mid with the wave and say, yeah, right, you can get that Dragon. It's only 3rd for you, and we will just shred these turrets instead. Let's get ourselves some map advantage.
I love this call from MIBR. I said it before. This is an intelligent decision from them to be able to push through and get that tier 2 turret. They're starting to capitalize, starting to get that value from this Baron power play, already at nearly 2,000 gold. But both teams now on Soul Point, right? We were looking at a situation where LYON had nothing, but over the last 15 minutes, they've been able to take each one of these Drakes, slowing MIBR down. However, they have that Baron, they have that vision control, and they have the willingness to fight.
Paranoia, but it's 1v3 Inspired. What are we doing? The cease and desist, and the GA is surely proc. Tries to exist with him, can't get it. The miasma's put down, and this poor Nocturne is sleeping with the fishes.
Yeah, the GA being down is very, very important as well. That means this Nocturne is going to be very squishy, very susceptible to dying for the next few minutes until that one comes back up. Curse on the other side has that Sterix gauge to get that massive shield, has that GA, so also has that sort of free death in the back pocket. On the other side though, Saint working towards that Rabadon's death cap as well as Berserker. There's so much AP damage coming out of LYON, and there's just next to no MR on the side of MIBR. So it's
Flashes, looks for the kill. Saint in danger, tries to put something down. There's an arcade storm, but it is nothing before the might of Zest, who is 13-0-1. Unlucky only for LYON.
Zest is the difference maker here for MIBR. Able to take out that 1v1 quickly, cleanly, clinically. Gets the ult out of Saint. Gets to stop the stopwatch out of Saint as well. Those are long cooldowns. All the defenses are down. MIBR are sieging the base.
And he just gets to TP in and join the rest of the team. They've got the 5v4, these inhibitors for LYON. You're in danger of losing this one, make no mistake.
Yeah, the TP being committed, as you say, it's going to be that 5v4. Saint, another 30 seconds on the timer here as they siege up. They've got 2 of the inhibitors now as well, so they will soon have super minions. What can LYON do here? They have to answer here and now.
The highs of MSI might be matched by some lows at EWC. LYON desperate to pull the trigger. A made in Brazil. Lost win game 1.
Lost take this in, dare I say, convincing, zesty fashion, because Zest